Hello everyone. In our previous lessons, we talked about the 5 elements and the concept of yin-yang. This lesson, we are going to dive deeper into another incredibly important layer that's called the 10 heavenly stems. These are often described as the fundamental cosmic energies that govern life and transformation. They are truly at the heart of understanding Bazi. So, what exactly are heavenly stems? Well, they are ancient glyphs. But it's crucial to understand they don't represent any celestial bodies like stars or planets. That's why calling Bazi Chinese astrology isn't quite accurate. In fact, the system originates from much higher dimensional neural patterns. What is a neuron? A neuron in today's artificial intelligence field means like one point maps to different dimension. They have multiple attributes towards it. It's called a neuron. And here is a surprising fact. Even 19% of Chinese people don't truly understand heavenly stems. They might know the pronunciation, but nothing beyond that. So once you grasp this knowledge, you will actually surpass most people. Think of it this way. Each of these glyphs maps to a multi-dimensional reality. They represent aspects of personalities, colors, objects, and specific characteristics. The cool part is when a person's Bazi chart contains these glyphs, they naturally exhibit similar traits. And as you might guess, the more of a specific glyph, the more pronounced those traits become. Now, it's important to remember that every trait has two sides. When a glyph functions positively, it shows beneficial qualities. However, when it functions poorly and is out of balance, it reveals negative aspects. Ultimately, the entire Bazi learning process involves two main steps. First, we need to understand the fundamental nature of these stems, and then second, learning when they manifest their positive versus negative qualities. Let's start with Jia wood, positive wood. Its cosmic imagery is like tall trees or even thunder in heaven. In terms of human nature, when positive Jia wood represents someone benevolent, independent, and a protective leader. On the flip side, if negative, they might lack responsibility, be timid, or overly cautious. Next up, we have Yi wood, negative wood. This stem is like wine wood or flowers or grasses. It's often associated with the wind. For human nature, positively, Yi wood people are more flexible, adaptable, and graceful. But if negative, they can be weak-willed or overly accommodating. Moving to being fire, positive fire. Imagine the blazing sun or brilliant light and power. When positive being fire brings passion, enthusiasm, and a charismatic, expressive nature. However, when negative, it can manifest as quick temper, impulsiveness, or arrogance. Then we have dim fire. This is like a gentle candle flame or distant stars. In human nature, positively, dim fire suggests someone refined, wise, and observant. Conversely, if negative, they might be indecisive, melancholic, or overthinking things. Now let's look at Wu Earth, positive Earth. Think of a high mound of earth or vast, stable land. When functioning positively, all Earth types are broad-minded, stable, and natural teachers. But if negative, they can become stubborn or overly controlling. Following that is G Earth, negative Earth. This is more like pastoral Earth or bonded plains. For human nature, positively, G Earth people are reserved, cautious, and dutiful, with great attention to details. If negative, they might be overly suspicious or narrow-minded. Next, we come to gun metal. Its imagery is of unrefined metal like raw ore or even the moon in the sky. When positive, gunmetal signifies someone resolute, mighty, and courageous with a strong sense of justice. But if negative, they can be irritable, harsh, or overly critical. Gunmetal is positive metal. Then we have Shin metal, which is negative metal. Shin metal is the refined ornamental metal, like gold or precious jewelry. In human nature, positively, Shin metal individuals are flexible, lively, and diplomatic, often valuing their reputation. If negative, they can be superficial or overly concerned with image. The last two is water. Firstly, we will introduce positive water, 人 water. Picture a vast river or the open sea. When positive, 人 water people are resourceful, active, and highly intelligent. However, if negative, they can be willful, fierce, or even instigate disputes. And finally, 鬼 water, negative water. This is the most in water, like gentle dew or spring water. When positively, 鬼 water indicates someone intelligent, agile, and intuitive, often quite wise. But if negative, they might be narrow-minded, selfish, or manipulative. That concludes our introduction to the 10 heavenly themes. We are only scratched the surface of their rich meanings, but hopefully this gives you a fundamental understanding of this incredible cosmic energy and how they related to personality and more.